St Thomas Aquinas Commentary on the Creed, Article 5, following considerations. First, a firm hope in God. No matter how much one is afflicted, one ought always hope in the assistance of God and have trust in Him. There is nothing so serious as to be in the underworld. If therefore Christ delivered those who were in the underworld, what great confidence ought every friend of God have that he will be delivered from all his troubles. She, that is wisdom, did not forsake the just when he was sold, but delivered him from sinners. She went down with him into the pit, and in bonds she did not leave him. Wisdom chapter 10, verse 13. God helps in a special manner those who serve Him, and hence the servant of God should feel secure in Him. He who fears the Lord shall tremble at nothing, and shall not be afraid, for He is his hope. Sirach chapter 34, verse 16. Second, we ought to conceive a fear of God and avoid all presumption. We have already seen that Christ suffered for sinners and descended into the underworld for them. However, He did not deliver all sinners, but only those who were free from mortal sin. He left there those who departed this life in mortal sin. Hence, anyone who descends into hell in mortal sin has no hope of deliverance, and he will remain in hell as long as the Holy Fathers remain in paradise, that is, for all eternity. And these shall go into everlasting punishment, but the just into life everlasting. Matthew chapter 25, verse 46. 3. We ought to arouse in ourselves a mental anxiety. Since Christ descended into the underworld for our salvation, we ought in all care go down there in spirit by considering, for instance, its punishments, as did that holy man, Hezekiah. I said, in the midst of my days, I shall go to the gates of the underworld. Isaiah chapter 38, verse 10. Indeed, he who during this life frequently descends into hell by thinking of it will not easily fall into hell at death. For such meditation keeps one from sin and draws one out of it. We see how men of this world guard themselves against wrongdoing because of the temporal punishment, but with how much more care ought they avoid the punishment of hell, which far exceeds all else in its duration, its severity, and its varied nature. In all your works, remember your last end, and you shall never sin. Sirach chapter 7, verse 40. 4. There comes to us in this an example of love. Christ descended into the underworld in order to deliver His own, and so we should go down there to rescue our own. They can't help themselves. Therefore, let us deliver those who are in purgatory. He would be very hard-hearted who does not come to the aid of a relative who is detained in an earthly prison. But much more cruel is he who will not assist a friend who is in purgatory, for there is no comparison between the pains of this world and of that. Have pity on me, at least you, my friends, because the hand of the Lord has touched me. Job chapter 19, verse 21. It is therefore a holy and wholesome thought to pray for the dead, that they may be loosed from their sins. 2 Maccabees chapter 12, verse 46. We may assist these souls in three ways, as St. Augustine tells us, vice through masses, prayers, and almsgiving. St. Gregory adds a fourth, that is, fasting. All this is not so amazing, for even in this world a friend can pay a debt for his friend, but this applies only to those who are in purgatory. We must necessarily know two things, the glory of God and the punishment of hell. For being attracted by his glory and made fearful